from Wanjiku Digital Design Services. We present the Tech Experience Podcast.
So, good morning, beautiful people. So, today, this is your hosts at the Wanjiku Digital Design Services, also known as the Tech Experience Podcast, where we talk about AI and the AI updates that has been happening. So, today we'll be talking about the Supercycle of AI. Okay, so the AI Energy Supercycle. So, what we'll be talking about is the powering of the future of intelligence. First of all, the powering of future of intelligence comes with the unprecedented computational hunger. So the AI models are getting smarter and smarter each and every day. So then the strategic shift to physical infrastructure, that's with the building of data centers. That's the other is the building of infrastructures, the networks. Last we have the global race for 24/7 power reliability, where data center should have a 99.999% runtime, so it should not never go dark even in a minute, because it will cause a catastrophic failure. Okay, so the next thing I'd like to look is the 600 billion investment wave, where the big five commitment by 2026, big five commitment of 2026. So because it's one of the largest concentrated capital deployment in the technological history, $600 billion. Okay, so which comes with the GPU boom, which is the graphical processing unit, where this the GPUs which helps the running of the models and the training of the models, which makes them easiest because it enables the running of parallel, that is doing many things at once, unlike our old CPUs, which can do a particular task at a time but faster. But GPUs can do many tasks at once and faster. Okay, which is more convenient for use for AI and AI infrastructure. So the GPU boom has a massive investment in high performance chips to drive the AI revolution. The other thing we have the hyperscale expansion, where global build out of next gen facilities for training and interface. This where we are talking about the data centers, which we're seeing like the one for XAI, that the one that we see Nvidia partnering with the OpenAI for this for Sam Altman, and the many more that are coming up even in Africa, where the data centers only existed for telco companies only. So the other next thing is the capex surge. So the capex surge is where the unprecedented shift in corporate spending toward physical AI assets. Now corporations are spending more on AI infrastructure, on AI and physical assets, because of AI automation, where many things are used to be done manually. And as a human, when he does one thing at a time, he get bored and he feel a need to change. Okay, it's like, yeah, when he does humans will have a tendency of boredom, but AI has an AI automation. It will do the same task over and over and over again. Also it is flexible and you never get tired of it, and it will do it at the maximum capacity, and will ensure that at the best quality that it is. So the next thing we are talking about, the powering the revolution. So because the AI is one of the energy hungry things we have now, because now the AI data centers consumes a lot of energy than we can provide, because you can get a data center may use 45 gigawatts of electricity, which is equivalent to a city or a country in Africa, which have the same capacity. So it becomes very difficult to power them with the less energy that we have. So that's why we saw things like USA, they were going back to the nuclear power programs. XAI is also investment in micro nuclear plants. The other thing it was about, there are many things, and then next thing was the things changing, and we are going to alternative AI energy, they want to, for example, we have that for Kenya, which they are investing on Olkaria because of the the geothermal power, which does not run out in case even it rain shines or what. It comes from the underneath of the earth's core. That's a topic for another day. So the powering of the revolution, we have the nuclear renaissance, where tech giants are securing carbon-free 24/7 power through nuclear energy and small modular reactors, as I said before. So we have the straining the grid, because the straining the grid is whereby, like, as I told you, the data centers which are consuming 45 gigawatts of electricity, which is equivalent to a city or a country in Africa. So even more. So like, imagine like having like that. So is it really power the usual blackouts, and with the grid system it's overloaded, and when it's overloaded it will be useless, or it will run out, and it will be expensive to maintain. So existing power infrastructure is insufficient for hyperscale demands, necessitating a fundamental grid overhaul. Okay, as I said before. So we have the renewable integration, massive solar and wind projects paired with advanced battery storage for sustainable energy solutions. See, if you don't know, it's something like, if you notice, like Elon Musk, he has the solar city where he's powering using his company is using the solar cities. Also Tesla, which provides the battery. So you see now the connection. So let's go into the next topic is about global impact and connectivity. So what is this about the energy causing about, and the AI causing about the world, the impact and the connectivity? Let's look at all. So one of the ambitious projects, to have the Middle East ambitions, where Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates are aggressively building hyperscale capacity, leveraging sovereign wealth for infrastructure dominance. Now, like, they don't want to be, as you know, this the Middle East countries which rely mostly on oil. So when they rely most on oil, as we are going into a future where fossil fuels consumption will be lower, and that means their market capex is going to die, and it's going to be over, because you're going to an electrical or hydrogen powered future. Okay, so they have to diversify their wealth, because the AI now is the new big new thing. As we said, in Saudi Arabia and the UAE, they have been one of the, even there's a deal, the $1 billion that they invested in US on data centers, which they're building in cooperation with Nvidia, the Grok for Elon Musk, that's XAI. So all of they have the LATAM connectivity. Projects like Brazil's Vital subsea cable are strengthening the digital backbone for regional AI adoption and data sovereignty, because AI works on a massive data. So it consumes a lot of data. So that the data has to be transmitted. So that's why we have the laying of cable works. Like in Africa, we have the likes of Akina Masiwa, the likes of Akina Safaricom, with the likes of, like, those, you know, the undersea cables which power the entire continents and the entire regions, which are also used to bring those the packets of information, that is data. Last, we have the Arctic geopolitics. Strategic importance of Greenland is rising as nations seek to cool climates and strategically for massive data centers clusters. Like the story that is trending about Donald Trump is why he's so obsessed with Greenland, because he knows what Greenland offers. Greenland offers a cool climate which is best for data centers, which means low cost of the data centers. Because there will be a lot of cooling to be coming from the environment, like where US is, which is expensive to cool the data centers, because they're consuming a lot of energy and producing a lot of heat, so it becomes difficult to cool them or using the air method. So they have to consider other methods, like water, liquid cooling, and Greenland offers that because of the climate there is cool. So we have the strategic outlook, preparing for the 2030 horizon. 2030 is now it's like on a blink of an eye, because every day, every minute, every second, there's a new AI update that's coming out. So we have the infrastructure delivery, Well, investment suggests in 2026, the full-scale power infrastructure is targeted for 2030 completion. The other thing, we have the resilience mandate, shift from traditional defense to AI-driven cyber resilience to protect critical energy computing assets. So this comes after the war between Russia and Ukraine, which changed everything in the defense industry. So this changes a lot. So we have the companies like Unreal, which offers an autonomous fighter jets, which fights autonomous jets which are AI driven. We have others that are the Chinese one, which for the autopilot submarines, which does not require any human intervention. So, and the other thing we have the competitive edge. The future leadership will be defined by integration of massive computer with sustainable energy system. Now the future is now not about guns, but it's who has the best AI model. Like the other bit is all about when Grok in the Ministry of Defense, the Ministry of War now of US, when Peter Hughes, they said that they are going to integrate XAI into their military. So which now it will be now a war of machines versus machines versus machines, not machine but versus human. So that has been all about for the today. So we'll see you later.
From Wanjiku Digital Design Services, we present the Tech Experience Podcast.